Welcome to this week's episode of Sanctuary. We left off last time having peered into a room full of frogs and then returning to the large L-shaped chamber from before you went down the hallway to those frogs. As a reminder, this area has a portcullis to the west and one to the north, as well as one to the south. I believe those were the three. Oh, no, there's one more to the east, on the east wall. Forgot about that.
Alrighty then. What are we looking at as far as how hurt is everybody?
I've seen
still
worse.
doing good.
I mean, that's right. I'm down a third of my spells or my hit points. So
I'm down 26.
yeah, I'm down
Which
24.
is not that much for you.
Yeah,
That's still like almost a quarter.
Like, I'm good. for
how
now.
many heal? How many?
But to be fair,
Oh, that's
I'm not
right.
usually targeted, so.
That's
Yeah.
right. I
Yeah.
only have 69 hit points to begin with.
Yeah, that's half of Chakakano.
Yeah,
I'm
Chakakano
still
has
in my-
+3 to Constitution because he has to get there and face check everything.
Yora, what were you saying?
Oh, I'm still in my wild shape and as the fire elemental,
Oh.
and that has a stupid amount of high hit points just on its own. Not to mention my normal hit points. I think I have 56 hit points left in my fire wild shape.
Nice.
Yeah, 3 hit points. Have we discerned the frogs? We haven't really discerned that they're hostile, correct? They're just kind of sitting in there behind poison gas doors, but the frogs are just chilling. Maybe they're
Yeah, they were just chilling. I mean, they're obviously being contained for a reason.
But like, you never know. Maybe like they're good and being contained by the bad. False imprisonment is a crime.
Maybe it's a
Well,
larder and they're
Handy.
just saving them to eat for later.
Do you want to go back and try to talk to the frogs?
Well, I wasn't suggesting that. I was just saying like, do we need to like engage in combat with them?
Well, we left them shut in their room. We still got all the portcullises that we can explore if we wanted to.
Okay.
Or we could go back and open up the room and you can try saying hi to the frogs.
Well, I don't really speak amphibian, so I don't know how well that would work. Anyways, what else? Yeah, I mean, I guess we check the portcullises, and if those seem like more surefire ways to go into war, we go back to the frogs? Question mark?
Alright. Sounds good.
I mean, if need be, I think I still have some acid on me. We can make an acid grenade and throw it somewhere.
Nice. I don't trust those frogs.
Any particular reason why?
They're just not right. Something not right about them.
They don't
Walking
look
around
enough
all
like Kermit.
nimbly bimbly.
The great warrior of Earth, Kermit.
He's kind of the opposite. I mean, if you want to say Great Warrior of Earth, then Miss Piggy would be the one to give that particular.
Sorry, I should have said leader.
There you go. Nah, yep, that's the one.
That's for next D&D campaign. Next D&D campaign, we'll do a Muppet-themed campaign. But, like, not now.
Yeah, besides, Kermit's obviously a bard.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe a
Consider
level or two
wooing-
a rogue.
Yeah, but but I would say definitely bard because think about his track record for wooing, creatures of other races and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he does sing
Miss-
a lot.
Yep.
Mhm.
Miss Piggy would be like a warrior. Animal would be like a barbarian. I'm not sure what Fozzie would be.
No, Fozzie's definitely a bard.
Not a good one, though.
I was
I'd
thinking
say-
rogue, but in any case, we have our own adventure.
We are going to wax philosophical all night tonight.
Nothing if not good at being distracted.
Swedish chef is
true.
a monk.
All right, so you guys are in this room. What are you doing?
All right. Well, we can. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I want to investigate the portcullis, or one of them.
Which one?
I guess the east one.
All right, you go up to it and you look through. You see a long hallway that extends down about maybe 50 feet and then turns to the north.
Oh, right. And then there's another portcullis that does the same thing, but turns to the.
Well,
to the
there's a
south.
room. If you go to the one to the south, no. Oh yeah, there's one on the south side of the room that goes straight south.
Oh, okay. And can we? Is there a lever to open them, or?
On the other, yeah, on the outside, on the other side of it, you can see there's a lever. It's just kind of at the fingertip reach as you reach through.
Or I could use me mage hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, probably should do that.
All right. So, which portcullis are we opening? The one to the north or the one to the east?
I believe the east.
The east?
Yeah.
All right. I shall cast me mage hand, and I shall use it to open the portcullis to the east.
All right, you pull the lever and it raises.
All right. Yora, would you do the honors and step through, since you are in your fire elemental form?
Yes. I seethe through in my fiery form, and I explore the hallway towards the north.
Okay, you go to the north and you realize, wait, I recognize this hallway. This is where we came in. Because before you had gone to the north and then took a left and walked into the big room you were just in.
Oh. Okay. Well, I want to go back.
Okay, you go back to that first room. Or the way where we
And then
started
I
this
go-
session.
Right. I go
Right.
to the south portcullis. No.
Okay, you go to the south one. You were facing south, and I'm assuming you reach through and open it as well?
Well, I sort of gesture towards Gago about the mage hand.
Ah,
I do it again.
all right. It opens and reveals the long hallway to your south, which goes down to what looks like a very sturdy iron door.
Okay.
Okay.
I go down there to the door.
Okay, you are at the door.
Is there like a lever or anything to open it?
Sure, why not? Standard bolt style, slides to the side.
Okay. I sort of gesture to Gago again, and I think to Chakakano to tell Gago to investigate for traps, maybe.
I mean, you can investigate too.
Gago,
true.
you've been dubbed our head door inspector.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's your job now.
Because I don't get any bonuses on investigation, so it's just a straight roll for me. All right.
Oh.
Investigating for booby traps. I'm just the one that remembers to do it. That'd be an 18.
Pretty good
Yeah,
roll.
this door does not have any traps.
Ah,
Yep, you are
Nice.
absolutely sure, and you are correct.
I shall open it.
Awesome. You push the door open, and it makes a kind of loud metal grinding sound, to which two, let's say very large lizard-looking creatures whip their heads over towards you.
How large we talking?
3 Chakacanos each.
That's pretty large.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
Chakacanos.
I don't know why, but when you said large lizard things like whipped like their heads in our direction, I totally envisioned them playing like cards at a table or something.
No, these are more like giant iguanas.
Okay.
I close said door and latch it.
You're not
All
even
right,
gonna hear
you-
these wandered out?
They're
You hear a scratching on the other side.
bigger than Chakakano.
Nah, that's fair. But what if they're allies? What if we could bribe them?
Do you want to open the door and talk to them?
Well, no. I'm just saying, what if?
That shouldn't stop you from doing it.
I am trying to keep the party safe and not have us be complete and total murder hobos all the time, since you also complain about that. So
True.
I never
Alright, fine.
complain. I just state facts.
So now we are left with 2 doors leading to big old room with frogs, and now this door leading to 2 large iguanas. So we get to make our decision later, I guess, and onward and upward for now.
Okay,
I mean,
so you're
you
going back
are-
north?
I thought there was another portcullis that we haven't done yet.
There are. There's north and west still.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, the way we're going at it, we're probably going to end up closing a bunch of doors, and then we're going to have to choose the lesser of the evils, I suppose.
aye.
Well,
But if you want to, lend a hand in this problem solving, by all means, lass.
You guys do your thing. I'm going to tinker away, maybe try to make some acid bombs,
Yeah.
Never know. How many bombs do you think I can make with, like, let's say because I splashed some, like, 4 ounces of acid. Like, 2 bombs,
ounces?
2 ounces of acid a bomb, or 4 bombs, 1 ounce of acid bomb?
That's a tiny amount.
1
of
ounce is
acid.
pretty small. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, 1 bomb with 4 ounces it is.
Well, give you
that's
a
still pretty small.
perspective. An ounce is like a shot glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, what
like
if
our
I-
regular glasses is about 8 ounces.
Alright, I found a solution. I will make a metal spritz bottle and use it as a acid spritzer.
All right, that'll work. Spritz to the face. Why not just make like a little
Best way to
flower that you
distribute
can pin
acid.
to your? You can also make a flower, pin it to your chest, and then, like
I was
do the
thinking
whole
more
clown
along the
thing.
lines of a super soaker.
Well, no, see, like,
Kinda
the
like
way I
that.
do a spritzer is because it's the best way to distribute a small amount of liquid.
Acid super soaker would also work because you could.
Yeah,
Pump
but
it
only
up.
be like 1 pump,
No,
because there's a more higher concentration of liquid.
you're pumping up air and adding pressure. So that
Mm. Well, we'll see what we can do.
oh my god! All right. Ugh. Very distracted today. Okay, we got. You said we have north and west portcullises.
Yes.
All right. I shall use Mage Hand and open the west portcullis.
Okay. This one you didn't. Okay, sure. You didn't really need to. There's a easily accessible lever, but you flip the lever and it takes you into the room as described before, which has a circle of tall stones standing in the southwest corner. There's several pieces of rotting wood scattered throughout the room as well.
Ah.
Mm.
As you walk in and look, there is on the short wall to your north a portcullis that leads to a small, like, antechamber to your north. There is a doorway in the southwest corner facing west. And as you round the corner, you see there is what looks like a doorway to the north, centered in the small part of the wall.
I am going to do an Arcana check in this room, centered around the standing stones to see if they actually do anything.
Sure.
Oh no, that'd be a nat 1.
You're like, guys, I totally feel it's tingly over here. This has to be magic.
What's magic?
The area by the standing stones.
Okay. I look around the stones. Yep. Those are some stones, all right. What do you expect us to do with them? Pick them up? Fashion a weapon out of it?
I mean, they're large. They're, like, probably as tall as Yora.
I know, that's what I'm saying. like sure,
Gotcha.
They're magic, but how does that help us? I mean,
Is
if
there
they're
any-
even magic.
Any writing on the stones?
Nope. They just kind of appear to be smooth.
I touch one of the stones.
It feels cold to your touch.
Alright. It's a rock. Wow.
I touch one of the stones with my fiery touch.
You warm the stone.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Chakakano's just confused by all this magical talk.
Got it.
He doesn't
Alright.
understand magic. He just thinks you guys know what you're talking about and doing. And awaiting the glory that it will bring.
I mean, sometimes we do know what we're talking about.
Rarely.
Exactly.
Here, just for fun, Chakakano, roll a perception check.
Oh, 18.
You see writing on one of those rotting pieces of wood over next, kind of leaning on one of the rocks.
Okay, I guess he mentions it because he can't read.
Thank you, Chakakano. I shall go over and try to read the wood.
You squint, and it's in that older dialect, but you can roughly translate it. And it says, "Nobody sits like this rock sits. You rock. The rock just sits and is. You show us how to just sit here, and that's what we need."
Slam poetry? What the fuck is this?
Some of my people would write runes on sticks, where I came from too. Some poems, some gravestones, all manner of things.
Did you detect the magic of slam poetry?
Well, I rolled a nat 1 on it, so
I know, but
You
you
could-
said there was magic.
You could do your own Arcana check.
Could, but you said there's magic. I have no reason to doubt you.
But I
in
won't.
here.
Anyway, I shake my head, drop the piece of wood, and go examine. You said there's a door that leads to an antechamber?
Yes, and as you drop the piece of wood, it just turns to splinters and dust on the ground.
Oh, you destroyed poetry.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's 7 years bad luck or something. I don't know.
But it
Does
is.
poetry have any worth?
Can't you feel the tears of poets everywhere crying?
But you guys don't understand. And hearts and minds forever, or at least
Says the one who broke it.
or at least until we go on our next blackout bender and forget everything.
Yeah, true.
I think would have preferred to live on the wood.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ! All right, I am going to go investigate the door that leads into the antechamber. Or is it another portcullis?
It's just a standard. Yeah, it's a standard portcullis.
Oh, okay. I will check it for booby traps.
Sure.
4.
No booby traps. You're sure of it.
Yeah. Famous last words. All right. Where is the handle on this?
This one's right next to it on the side.
All right. I will take a good 20 footsteps back, cast a mage hand, and open it.
All right, it opens, no problem. There doesn't appear to actually be any booby traps.
Okay. Then I shall go into the antechamber.
Awesome. Inside, you find about a 50 by 50 room with a archway to the east, centered in the east wall. But this room is kind of interesting. There's across the north and west wall a group of what look like merfolk, kind of maybe half merfolk, half draconic faces, almost like you would recognize your fellow tiefling, but midway to being merfolk. And they're just carved in effigy all along these walls. And there's in the southwest corner of the room, a toppled statue that matches those carved faces.
Aha, we have discovered the elusive Merfling.
Maybe it's
Right.
a T-folk.
Or maybe even a dragon maid. Because you said draconic. So, say what?
So that doesn't sound as funny.
It doesn't. No. Yeah, I did say kind of draconic, but I was trying to make a mix. I didn't want to say demonic because I thought that would be a little too demony, but it's hard to,
Got it.
It doesn't really look like either, so I was trying to come up with a good description.
Okay.
Oh, and it's memorable, so it's a mnemonic.
Ah.
Mermonic.
All right. You said
Maybe they're memelings.
And now the next 5 minutes shall be nothing but puns.
That's father.
No, we're moving on. Anyway, what were you going to say?
You said there's an archway to the east.
There is.
All right. I shall go look through the archway.
You look
And see
around
what
and it appears it's a mirror of the previous room, almost exactly. But there is the walls are solid around the south and east side. There is a doorway to the north in kind of the northwest corner.
Okay. I shall go investigate that door.
Sure.
Check it for booby traps.
All right.
That'd be a 15.
You examine it carefully and you see there are no booby traps.
I shall open said door.
All right. In the room beyond, you can see it's very similar to the last one. As you look to the right, you can see a portcullis centered on the east wall and an archway centered on the west wall. But what stands out is the floor is covered in perfect hexagonal tiles, and you can feel like a breeze as you open the door, almost like it's passing through from east to west. And a little bit is kind of swirling down your area.
Okay. I am going to go find myself some rubble, and then I will toss the rubble across the hexagonal floor.
All right. You toss it across the floor, and nothing happens.
Okay. Don't suppose anybody. Yora, while you are a flame elemental, do you walk or do you kind of float across the floor?
I think I sort of float, and I can actually go through small cracks and whatnot. So, should I go first?
I think that might not be a bad idea.
We're counting on you.
Okay. Well, I sort of see into the room and test the tiles by, putting a little flaminess on them.
Sure. As you walk in, you put weight on, and it doesn't. I mean, nothing happens. It just seems to be a standard floor, so everything seems okay.
I gesture to the others to come in.
All right, sounds good. I shall follow.
All right. You guys follow the gesture in, and as the last in line comes through, the door slams shut behind you, and that breeze kind of picks up a bit. You hear a hissing sound coming from the walls.
Figures. All right, everybody, hold your breath, and I would say let's run through the archway.
Okay.
All right, so you put your head down and start to run towards the archway. As you begin to near, two smoky figures appear through the walls and reach out their hands towards you. They look almost like ghostly forms wearing crowns.
Okay, they're holding out their hands in what kind of a gesture?
Like they're trying to stop you.
Oh, that's not disheartening at all.
Well, are we being
I guess.
affected by the gas at all?
There is no gas. You just heard a hissing, and then you started running.
Oh, okay.
I guess Chaka Kano kind of grabs Yora, and who else could you grab? Who's the smallest people around?
I mean, Yora's the shortest, but
normally, but
Hen's probably the lightest.
Hen's
but
only
Hen's
5'3".
also-
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Hen's tiny and human, although you don't want to grab the fire, I don't think.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. All right, so Chaka Kano just grabs, I guess, Hen and Gago with two of his hands and wields his great axe with the other and just starts dragging them towards the other door.
On
as fast as
the
he can.
east side?
Yeah.
You're going to the east suddenly? All right, so you grab them and start dragging, and as you begin to approach, two more of those creatures appear holding out their hands.
All right, so we stop. And Chaka Kano lets go. And then just starts stalking forward towards them because he can't think of anything else to do.
All right, so you to the ones to the west? Or the east? Because there's
The
now
ones that
two
just
on the
appeared
east
in
and two on the
front.
west. Okay.
Yes, we're going east, so yeah.
All right, you stalk forwards to the ones and you stare at them as they're holding out their hands in front of you.
Yep, he makes sure that he puts at least 10 feet between him and the party, because even though he gives the party fire resistance now, the initial blast is still there.
Okay.
They
All
just
right.
take 2 damage instead of 4.
All right, I shall try to communicate with these smoke figures to see if I will kind of run through the different languages I speak to see if they understand any of them.
You talk a few times in a couple different languages, and then you hear a response from the north center of the room. A single one has appeared there, and it responds in an old tongue that you can barely translate. But the translation that you're able to make sounds like hungry.
Oh. All right, that figures. Okay. In response, because there is wind running through this, right?
Yes, from east to west.
Okay. I will use my bonus or not, yeah, bonus action each round. Okay. To use that wind and use it to push the two figures that are, I guess, right in front of Chaka Kano. Push them away from us.
Okay.
Because I can direct the wind, and they're
All right.
smoky figures.
All right, so you you push on them hard. Let's see. Trying to think. All right, so you push hard as they blow backwards and they appear to disappear through the wall.
Perfect. All right, Chaka Kano, open the portcullis and let's get out of here.
All right. I guess is there a lever to open the portcullis, or does he have to? Okay, I try the lever.
Yeah, you pull the lever and release it, opening the portcullis.
Job's done.
And through the portcullis we run.
Yep.
Right.
You pull through. Okay? So led by Chaka Kano, of course, right? All right. So
Actually, I
as
think Chaka
Chaka
would be taking up the rear to make sure nothing comes through.
Gotcha. So you're at the rear. Who's in front of you? So I'd go Gago first, and then what?
I suppose.
Hen?
I am.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
go
Gago,
first.
Hen.
Yeah.
Because yours kind of at the back. So
Oh.
all right. So Gago runs. Well, aren't you?
That sounds
Yora?
all right. Yeah, I was gonna say I could go first, but since
Well, I mean,
have
Chaka
the-
Kano grabbed them and ran,
Oh,
and you
that's
were
right,
kind of
yeah.
more to the. Yeah, you were kind of on the west side there. All right. So let's see. How does this work? Oh man.
I die.
Sorry. The no, you don't die, but the thing that I opened is not what I needed. Of course, there it is. That's what I needed. All right. So you go first, and does a 16 hit you, Gago?
Probably.
Well,
I gotta check. Yeah, oh yeah. My armor class is only 11. 16 hits.
okay. I
Of
need
all
you
the time
to.
we spent in town, why did nobody try and increase their armor at all?
Because sorcerers don't wear armor.
You can get robes that are enchanted.
All right.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Shopping trips.
Anyway, so you take 15 necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. 15 necrotic damage. There's half my hit points. Okay. Constitution saving throw. Wah, wah. That's a 5.
Okay, and with that, you feel your life being drained from you. Currently, your maximum hit points is also reduced by 15.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Second one coming through was Hen. So let's roll. Ooh, that one hits. That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that does hit.
All right. How much necrotic damage did I take?
15. And Hen, you take 17, and I need you to make your Constitution saving throw.
Right.
Yeah. Awesome.
15 on the Constitution saving throw.
You save, so you are all right.
Yippee!
All right. So we're gonna do. Hold on. Let me make a note real quick. All right, that happens, and then can I just get everyone to roll initiative real quick?
3.
12.
Hen gets a 21.
17, 18.
All right. So let me real quick. All right. Hen, you get a chance to respond first.
Do we even know what hit us?
You can see those creatures got pushed clear through the wall and ended up in that room beyond.
Oh, so they're what hit us?
Yep.
Uh,
The only problem is I don't know what on earth would hurt them.
Something magical?
So where are they then?
There's one. So you went straight through the door, and there's one just to the north and one just to the south of you.
So it's just two.
Yes.
Okay. What would affect smoke? You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna activate my Eldritch Cannon and flamethrower the one to the north? Question mark?
Sure.
Alright. Flamethrower away. I use my bonus action to activate it. That is a 24 to hit.
Dang, that hits. Yeah.
There it is. And that's 14 fire damage.
Nice. Good hit.
There's my turn.
Awesome. Gago?
so the fire actually worked on those things?
It hit, yes.
All right.
I don't know how well it worked. That's just what I did.
It did do damage, I can tell you that much.
Anything's gonna affect air, it's gonna be temperature.
All right. How far away are they from us?
Oh, right next to you.
All right. Well, I will cast Thunder Wave then. And that is a 16 to cast.
Okay. That hits.
All right. So that is. All right, they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is a 14.
All right. I don't think that saves.
I don't believe so either.
Okay. Yeah, because I believe my spell save is 14. Okay, so they are pushed 10 feet away, and they take a whole whopping 4 thunder damage. Though actually, wait a minute here. Hold on a sec.
Are you hitting the one to the south? The one that hit you?
Well, that's an area effect.
Oh, so it's both of them. Okay.
Yeah, 15-foot cube. I'm guessing they're within 15 feet of each
Yeah.
other.
Oh, definitely, yes.
And then hold on a sec. In addition, we're equal to half my sorcerer level. I'm going to give them each another 5 points because I'm level 10 now. Of thunder damage because Heart of the Storm, my storm sorcerer bonus.
Nice. Good idea.
Oh,
I like that.
yeah.
That's cool.
Because
All right.
my rolls were really pathetic. So
Yep. So the one that was in the
I
middle.
like how it just really agreed. It's like, yep, that was pathetic.
yeah.
The one that was in the middle flies up to Chaka Kano and 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is 18 necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
24.
You save. You're golden.
I still take 18
And it's-
necrotic.
You did, and it's your turn.
All right. Is everyone far enough away? Actually, screw it. Rage on. So,
Well, I mean,
Five,
Hen and I
four,
are in the
five?
portcullis, the other room. Are you guys? Did you guys follow? Are we all together or what?
I'm thinking Chakakano is right at the doorway, probably just passing through between rooms, and Yora is still in the room.
Well,
So
I'm-
Yora
I'm
is still
immune
in
to
the
fire damage, so
yeah, you're immune to fire. So, cool. And everyone, as soon as he flame-ons, gets fire resistance if they're within range. So, if you take damage, it's halved. So, you only take 2 instead of 4.
Nice.
Yeah. And henceforth, as long as you're within 10 feet of him, you also get fire resistance, which works so good against necrotic. But anyway,
I'm resistant to fire anyway.
yeah, he
Double
doesn't
resistance.
really know what to do to smoke creatures, so he uses the Go Kaboom axe and swings and nat ones.
Oh no. What would be the funniest thing to do here?
I mean, I'm currently using a flamethrower if you want to do something with that.
Yeah, I was. That's perfect. So, how about you miss, you hit the ground, and it knocks open your reserve of gunpowder, and the flamethrower, some bit of it ignites your gunpowder, and the whole thing explodes right there.
Oh, the whole thing?
No, just one charge worth.
Oh, okay. Because it's like, it has 3 charges. So, all right.
Let's not do all 3. Let's say you, when you swing, you accidentally release a charge, and enough of the gunpowder ignites, and it blows up. So area effect centered on you.
All right, so that's 22 fire damage,
Yep.
or also known as 11 to Chakakano.
Yep.
But I guess everything
it-
takes that damage.
Everything within the blast radius, yeah, including the creature. So you did hit it.
Yeah. And Chakakano swings back the other way for, that's a 29 to hit.
Oh, that hits! Holy crap!
Yeah, when he's enraged, he gets plus 10 to hit, so.
Damn. All right. What do you hit for?
Actually, surprisingly not that much for such an accurate swing. That is 16 magical slashing damage.
Nice. Well, I do give a bonus for when you roll that well. So you did well.
Yay! It may not bleed, but we can kill it.
Yes, you hurt that one more than anyone has hurt the others so far.
Through pure happenstance.
Yep. All right. The others descend on Yora. So, yep. The first one, does a whole 9 to hit.
that does
Which
not
I'm going to
hit.
say, nope. But the second one does a dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
That hits, and that is 18 necrotic damage, and I need you to make that Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20 on that.
Psh, you are golden. You are like laughing in his face. Like,
Nice.
You have no power here.
Awesome.
Yep. All right. So we are back to the first. What? Oh, it's here. It's
Oh, yeah, I haven't gone yet, but also
no.
since I'm a fire elemental, when somebody hits me, they take damage. Does that affect the smoke creatures?
It does. What type of damage occurs?
Let's see. 1d10.
All right. Roll 2 of them. Give me, because they both hit you.
Right. 4.
So give me a damage for each.
8. 4 and 8.
Awesome. So it is your turn. Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so since they hit me, they're like kind of in my space.
Yes.
I'm gonna just touch each one of them with my fire attack, which is touch, and I get
Yep.
2 of them. So
Awesome. Reach out and touch something.
I'm gonna roll to hit. It's a 23 to hit on the first one.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 2d6 plus 3. So that's 9 fire damage on the first one.
Nice.
And then the second one. Oh, geez. Not 1 to hit.
Although you're so far away, what do we do? Let's see. That's a tough one where you're at. I mean, you obviously don't, you can't hit anyone else.
And I don't think I can really take fire damage, so.
No, you can't. I'm gonna say, how about this? You go to hit him, he steps out of the way, and you fall prone.
Okay.
All right. Let's go back then to the one outside, just to the north of the wall there. That was the first one that hit Gago. So it has to move back towards you since you had pushed it back. And so it comes back in to grasp you.
Who, me?
Yes.
All right.
That is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
All right. That is 18 necrotic damage it causes.
Yep, that makes me -3.
All right, so you fall unconscious. You're not dead, remember. You're just unconscious.
Just unconscious.
All right, so you're fall unconscious. And then we go to the next one, which was attacking Hen. So that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, and wow, I rolled high on that one. That one actually causes a whole 25 necrotic damage. Jeez.
Okay.
Are you still staying? Okay, well, it's your turn then.
Cool. Yeah.
Don't forget, you have B-Boy.
Yeah, but if I use my bonus action, B-Boy can't go.
Ah.
Hence why I didn't use him before. Oh, this is tricky. Yeah. I'm just gonna activate my flamethrower again at whatever thing is nearest to me.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be a... that's only a 15 to hit.
Still hits.
Cool. And that will do... $18 fire damage.
18? Holy crap.
18.
Nice.
It better be. And then as a bonus action, I will direct B-Boy to go inject Gaga with a health potion.
Nice.
And I don't think I have the stats for that potion, but they're there.
1d or something.
Yeah, probably a bit more than that, but
it's got to be at least. It's probably got to be at least a 2d6er by now, Right?
Yeah, at least that.
All right. That to be 8.
All right. You wake back up.
Okay.
Good job. Which is great because then it's your turn to do something.
If you want, B-Boy also has drinkable health potions inside him. You can open him up. If you think you need more health.
So I've got B-Boy right next to me and Hen, I'm assuming, right?
Correct.
Probably, yeah.
All right. God, this really kills. Okay. All right. Well, I guess. No, do that. I hate that spell. I guess I just cast Firebolt at it.
Okay. You pop up and blast the one closest to you.
I shouldn't even have to pop up, right? I can probably cast that prone.
You can. It's just you have better chance of hitting if you stand up first.
All right. Well, I stand up and I cast. Oh my god. 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Imagine that. All right.
Well, you did just come back to consciousness. You're probably a little groggy.
Yeah. All right. Do I have a bonus action? Or no, actually, no. Getting up probably took everything. So
That's
never mind.
But that's movement. That's movement, not bonus action. If you have a bonus action, you can do it.
I have a superior healing potion. I can drink that.
Yeah, you can drink that as a bonus action.
Okay, cool. I have no idea how much is in a superior healing potion. Let's see.
You know what? I don't remember. Let's look it up.
8d4 plus 8.
Woo! That's a lot.
Well, I need it. All right.
Here, I can just roll that for you real quick with my auto roller. That is 21 plus 8, so 29 points of healing.
Oh, thank God. That's good. All right. So you said 29?
Yep.
All right. Perfect. I might actually be able to survive my next hit.
Yay for surviving.
Nice. Well, the one next to Chakakano attempts to hit, but he dodges gracefully out of the way. Chakakano, it's your turn.
All right. Then it's swinging time. 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So he hits the smoke for a whopping 10 slashing.
Okay.
And then another, wow, that's another 29 to hit. It's a follow-up back swing. And that one deals 19 slashing. See,
right,
the first one was just a feint.
And as you run your blade through it, the smoky form dissipates, and ash falls to the ground around you.
All right, now where's the other one?
There are 2 in the room behind you that Yora is dealing with, and there are 2 through the archway that the others are dealing with.
But which one's closest?
Probably the closest would be to step out through the archway.
Then charge forth and stab with a javelin.
Okay. Do you charge the one to the north or the south? You can go either way. Probably my recommendation would be go north.
Then there we go. Going north.
All right.
And that's with Yor, right?
That's one with Gago.
Gago. Okay, so Chaka Kano comes barreling in behind you, or from the area, and just because I rolled a crit, can I just say like he leaps in and just stabs at this thing with his magical
Sure.
javelin?
You
All
rolling
right.
that 20?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, go for it.
So, you want me to roll a 20 again, or?
You can, yeah.
All right. That would be 19.
Yeah, you stab it right through something, and it has the same effect as the last one. You turn it to dust on the ground. It falls to your feet and around Gago.
And then Chaka Kano lets out a screeching war cry.
All right.
at the other one that's over there.
I love it.
He's angry.
All right.
Go
so
on, one
there are
turn, take out two of them. He's angsty.
I like it. The first
Wants to
one
fight.
swings. The first one next to yours swings, and that is a 10 to hit, which I'm sure does not hit.
No.
And the second one swings, and that is a 19 to hit.
That one hits.
That one hits. All right. That is a 15 necrotic damage.
Okay. But
And
don't forget he takes damage.
yep, I know. I just need you to do your Constitution save first.
Oh, right. 19?
Oh, you're good. All right. How much damage do I take in turn? Or both of them? I need you to roll for each.
Right. 1d10. So
Yep.
1 damage for one, and
Okay.
9 damage for the other.
Awesome. All right. It is your turn.
Okay. I do my touch attack. 1 touch for each one again.
All right.
That was 8 to hit on the first one.
Does not hit.
19 to hit on the other one.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. It's gonna be 9 damage. 9 fire damage.
Nice. Excellent. All right. The one up by Hen is next. It will continue to swing at her, and it nat ones.
Thank God.
All right. What does it do? Let's see. It can't hit one of its own, so it goes to like leap at you and somehow completely misses, and it I mean, it says it's immune to being prone. Let's just say that it spins itself around on accident. So whoever wants to hit it next has advantage. So we'll go to Hen.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll turn around and flamethrower it with advantage.
Yeah.
Well, the first roll I got was a nat 20 to hit, so
Damn.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's good. You want to go ahead and roll again on that?
yeah, sure. 15 without any bonuses.
You turn your fire on it as it is spinning around, and it just becomes a tornado of flames as it dissipates into dust.
Sick. And then for my bonus action, B-Boy will inject me with a health potion, because I also need some of that desperately.
Because you're about done,
Awesome.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
2d6, right? Is what we decided on?
I believe. Yeah, that's fine.
Whopping 6 hit points back. I'm at 13.
Yeah, you're
All
running
right.
down.
Well, Gago, what do you do?
Well, since Yora is immune to fire, I am going to cast a fireball in that room where she is.
Awesome.
All right. 11 plus 7 is 18 to cast.
Yep, that is a great cast.
Rolling 8d6.
Oh,
31
God.
fire damage. If they fail their...
I was gonna say, don't I get a dex save or something?
You get a dex save, yep.
All right. One fails and the other nat 20s.
Okay. So one's going to take 31 fire damage, and I guess nat 20 means it completely saves
none.
then, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Still, you did a lot of damage to one of them without hurting your companion, which is great.
Yeah.
Yippee!
All right, Chakakano, what do you do?
The only ones left are really with Yora, right?
Yes, they are.
So how far away do you think they are?
About 50 feet right now.
Just outside of range.
Well, wait a second. Let me see here. If she's right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's about 50 feet.
And they're non-corporeal, so I can't like rush and try to body slam them. I guess Chakakano just moves towards them, like rushes in to place himself between the two of them.
Sure. All right. You are between them.
Wait, can I take a bonus action to hit myself?
Yeah, you can always do that.
Okay. Hit myself for 3 damage, but it's bludgeoning, so half, so 1 damage.
That to maintain your rage.
Yeah. Wait, no, I forgot to calculate in my strength, so actually it's 4 damage.
Still, all right. So you maintain rage. I love it. All right. Well, how about shocked by your sudden presence, he swings at you and for a whole 9 and misses. The next one, then why not? He'll swing at you too because he's shocked, and for 8 and misses. All right, so they do nothing, and we go to Yora.
Okay. I attack each one of them with my fiery touch again.
Awesome.
She's got the touch. Doom, doom,
22 to hit for the first one.
Oh, that hits.
Okay, so that's 7 fire damage for that one.
Okay.
And then 20 to hit for the other one.
That hits.
And then is 8 fire damage.
Nice. All right, you have injured them. Hen, we're back to you.
How in the way are people between me and the last of them?
Mostly just Yora is kind of or not Yora. Yeah, you mostly just Yora's in the way.
Are you, as a fire elemental, are you completely immune to fire?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. I'm just gonna flamethrower right through her then.
All right.
It's been working for me so far.
I like it.
18 to hit.
That hits.
And it's a 15-foot cone, so if I can get both of them, that would be great.
Why not? At that distance, you're hitting both of them.
Yippee! Okay. That was another 18 fire damage.
All right. Dang. All right. They are looking worse for the wear, significantly. All right, Gago.
All right. Well, almost out of 3rd level spell slots. I will just cast Firebolt at one of them.
All right, blast away.
All right, 19 plus 7 is a 26 to hit.
Whew, yeah, that hits.
All right, that's 2d10. And that is 11 fire damage on that.
All right. Well, the one you blasted, we'll say that was one just to kind of the south side of Yora. It withers to ash and vanishes.
Oh, good.
And Chakakano, we're back to you with that one right next to you.
All right. So, a swing away. Not much else he can really do. Man, I'm really good at rolling 19s today. Apparently.
Oh, good.
Well, you know it hits.
Yeah. I mean, it was a 29 with that. So that's 19 slashing.
Oh, good lord. Well, you cut right through it, and it dissipates.
And there's still the other one, right?
Nope, that was it.
And it is done. And Chakakano screams in rage because he cannot eat anything. But here's the ultimate question. Where is the king that apparated?
What?
The one that said he was hungry?
Yeah, the one that
Oh,
spoke in the weird language.
Oh, that was the one that was next to you that you killed on the east side of the room.
Yeah, you killed him first, apparently.
All right, cool. Then, yay. Victory.
Yay.
Painful, painful victory.
Yeah, no
Yep.
kidding. So how long is my lack of spell, because I lost, a certain level of hit points, how long is that going to last?
It says until you finish a long rest.
So, never. Alright. Well. Now what?
We're still in the room with the tiles and whatnot?
Yes, you are.
You are. Hen and I are in the next room over that had the portcullis on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I reconvene with the group.
Okay. Yeah, you walk over into the next room.
All right. Hen, how many spell slots do you have, lass?
All of them.
I think you should set up your healing cannon and have us all recharge.
Yeah, that will work. Spend a spell slot and create a protector cannon. I'll do 2d8 plus 4 hit points back to everyone in radius for basically like an hour, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we recover.
So, yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, so I'm up to my full 54. Since I can't, until I get a long rest, can't get my full hit points back. But I'll take what I can get.
Yeah. Make the most of it. Positivity.
Positivity. All right,
Wait,
cool.
It just heals us all the way to full hit points?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are going to chill long enough for it to do that, yeah.
Nice, nice.
It can basically do it within a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what else is in the room that we're in?
The one you walked into? All right, so the one you
Yeah.
walked over into, due to your east is looks like a very solid looking like oak door. On that same wall, about 50 feet to the north, is a portcullis, and as you look around to the west, there is another portcullis on the northernmost part of the northwest, like the northwest corner facing west.
So there's 2 different portcullises in this room?
Yeah, one that goes east, one that goes west.
And a
Oh, I
plain
see.
old door.
And a plain old door, yeah. There's also that portcullis to the south, which goes to the room you started in, but I didn't think you cared about that one.
Oh. But I'm going to investigate the oaken door first. I'm going to check it for booby traps.
Sure.
That should be a 13.
You investigate for traps and you don't find anything, though as you're looking around, you faintly hear what sounds like chanting from the other side of the door.
Uh-huh. Awesome.
Ooh, a cult.
All right.
Better be worshiping us.
I am going to very carefully open the door, very quietly as possible, as stealthily as possible. Just crack it open and peek in.
Well, roll me a stealth check. Let's see how well you actually do that.
All right, let's see if I have any bonuses for stealth. Okay, got 1. +1. All right, let me see. That's be a 13.
Yeah, you do well at that. You crack it open and you see, what from your vantage point looks like a dozen, relatively short of stature, maybe about Yora-sized, looks like fish-headed people, up on 2 legs, and they are, chanting, some with their arms up in the air, kind of making a worshipping type of movement. And above them, at the far end of this room, is what looks like a floating tentacled creature with multiple layers of teeth and 3 eyes in a row going up its forehead.
Yeah, no thanks.
I closed the door.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
We got our asses handed to us with smoke creatures. I don't feel like doing another huge thing again.
Yeah, currently I think the best bet are the frogs. if it comes down to that.
Yeah, we still got the other 2 portcullises.
I know, I'm just saying. Preemptively.
All right, does someone want to open a portcullis?
I will open it. The next one.
To the east or the west?
I think to the east.
All right. Yeah, you I guess fire. You basically burn the lever and cause it to open. There's a long hall. There's a long hallway that runs down to a kind of an old, like an old beat up looking door.
Okay. I open the door with my fiery hand.
All right. It singes and burns as you push it open, and beyond you see what kind of looks like a group of, I don't know how to call them. It's like Swamp Thing looking creatures. There's maybe 5 on each side of the room, and they all look absolutely panicked when they see you and run to the far east side of the room.
Oh. Okay.
Finally,
Aw.
something showing us proper respect.
Do they look at all? What? Wait, what were you gonna say?
There's a twice their height being of pure fire that just kicked their door open. They're gonna be absolutely terrified.
These don't look like the people that attacked the city, though, right?
Not at all. They look much
Okay.
different.
All right. Well, I close the door out of respect. Out of I don't want to kill them if they're afraid.
All right. What you did see when you looked in there was a door on the farther east side of the room, and another one to the north.
Oh, okay.
And they all escaped out the east side, right?
No, they ran over there and were like terrified, running towards it. Sure, there was a couple like fuddling with the door trying to get it open, but Yora closed the door before she saw any get out. But they definitely were running that way.
Well, should we try the other portcullis just to see?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I go back through the hallway and into the room with the other portcullis, and I use my fiery hand to open it.
Sure. You cause it to singe and burn, and the popping draws the attention of something around the corner. You hear movement, and then you see like a row of heads looking around the bend from you. As you're standing there, you recognize it's the same type of creature as you just saw in the other room.
Oh. Okay. And it's just a small room full of them?
It's the big L-shaped one. It's just like the one you're leaving, very long, like 100 feet east to west, and then it turns around a corner and goes to the south another 50 feet.
Okay, but no other doors in this room?
There is one door on the short wall just to your south, heading south. It, looks like a... Let me see, where's my note? Here it is. Oh, just a simple wooden door. Nothing fancy.
Oh. Well, where should we go? Should we proceed through this door?
Well, might as well.
Yep.
Okay. I sort of as we move towards the door, I spread my fiery arms out in protection of my clutch mates.
All right. As you do that, you see those eyes get wide, and they run down to the south end of the room where there is. You can see there's a doorway down there, and they all open it and run through.
I kind of want to just follow them.
Okay. You walk down arms wide and through that door, finding yourself in the room with the ring of standing stones. And you see them run past the stones and through the doorway in the southwest corner.
Huh. Well, if my clutch mates agree, I'd like to keep following them.
Sure. Making good progress, not running into any other monsters.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you follow them down through the door and into a hallway that extends to the south. Though you get to a junction, one that goes to the west and one that continues further south, and you can't tell from here which way they went. You don't see them.
Oh. There's no, is there any, water or slime or mud on the floor?
You can investigate, I guess. I'm going to say, well, they have standard feet, so they're not, leaving a slime trail.
Oh, okay. Alright. I still want to investigate for, any sign of which way they went.
Sure.
It's gonna be a 3.
You have no idea.
Damn it. Does anyone else want to try investigating? I sort of throw out my fiery hands and... and shrug my fiery shoulders.
I mean,
You still
Chaka
trying to
Kano
figure out
can-
whether they went west or south?
Yeah.
saying Chakagano can try, but it's not exactly a desert environment he's used to tracking prey through.
Yeah, I can try a
Yeah.
good old investigation. Let's see what I get. I get a 2.
Yeah, you definitely don't have a clue.
Yeah, I'd be a sailor, not a tracker. It ain't my
And-
forte.
I guess I'll try.
Chakagano the tracker in this environment gets a 3.
No.
I get a 15. But only because I'm proficient in investigation.
You look at the scratches on the ground, and you're like, I think they went east.
Nice.
The best bet we have, I think.
East
They
we
went
got-
east.
Oh,
Yes. You could go either east or south, so
I thought it was west or south.
50-50. Oh,
Yes.
maybe I said it wrong. I meant to say east or south. Sorry.
Okay. Well, then I think we should go east.
let's do it.
Then,
All right. Cool. Well, you head to the east, which wraps around and eventually turns south and takes you through a archway into a room that is incredibly clean, like looks oddly well kept for the area. It's about 70 feet north to south and 30 feet east west. There are 2 doors in the southwest corner, one that goes south, one that goes west, and there is a door on the east wall, somewhat near the middle.
Interesting. So, does something that knows how to clean preside around here? Anyways, doors. More doors. More doors.
One does not simply walk into more doors.
We apparently do.
There's
Okay,
nothing else in this room. Oh,
No, it's incredibly clean as far as you can tell. It's
Okay.
odd.
Incredibly clean. I don't trust it. Can I look around for a booby trap mechanism?
Absolutely.
What would that be? Investigation?
Yes.
Ooh, that would be a 26.
Dang. Yeah, you look around and you're like, oh yeah, right there down the middle of the room, guys. Don't walk there. Stay near the edges.
Alright. Do I know why?
Yeah, it's a booby trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Thanks.
can I kind of think to Chakakano? Can Hen track them anymore?
How is Shakagano supposed to know? Shakagano looks at you and shrugs.
Ask Chakakano. Ask Hen. I can't talk in my fiery form. Well, I guess I speak igneous.
Oh yeah, good revelation. Alright, so Chakagano relays the message.
I can check. Is that another investigation?
Yes. You were specifically looking for traps before.
That's a dirty 20. Man, I'm just nailing these investigations.
You can't tell at all. I'm sorry. You investigate thoroughly, but you can't tell if anything went through here or when. Like I said, for some reason everything seems very clean, like it's been washed.
Yeah, I have a feeling that booby trap has something to do with something that fires the room or resets the room or plummets things. Yeah.
The trap of the washer.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we skirt the edges and pick a door.
Let's pick a door first before we get into the room.
Well, yeah.
So basically, one east, one west, and one south.
Yeah, basically.
All right. I vote west.
All right.
Okay.
Alright, we start skirting west.
Sure. You work your way down around there. I'm assuming you guys successfully can, well, stay in a line.
Maybe.
That's
That's
assuming
being a lot of us. Yeah.
I'm just bringing it up. All right, you make your way. We'll say you successfully get in a line and go towards the door. Who gets there first to open it?
Who gets there first?
I
Yeah.
guess I do.
It's probably me.
Oh.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll let Hen do it. All right, Hen, you get to the door and what? You push it open?
That seems like a bad idea. So I'll investigate for traps in the Gago fashion. That's a 19.
Oh, yeah, you investigate. There's no traps here.
Alright, now open the door.
Cool. You push it open, and the sound of the door opening causes an echo through the room, and you hear what sounds like a skittering of tiny feet as you close the door.
That's all I need to know.
All right.
You did okay. You just hear the skittering and you close it again.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I mean, it's kind of a fair move. Just saying. Not gonna, not gonna knock it.
I mean, lass, why did you close the door again?
I'd prefer a door where I preferably don't hear anything when I open. A nice empty silence would be lovely.
What did you hear there, lass?
The skittering of little feet, and in our experience, spiders and shit, so...
Chakagano, there's a good chance there might be lunch on...
Did I just lose connection, or did they?
No, they did.
Oh, we hear you.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
No, you cut out.
There's lunchtime. Gah.
Okay, I said there's a good chance there might be lunch for you on the other side of that door. And then Hen gave me the look of death. So it's good that it cut out. I mean, we're talking laser beam shot. Right? All right,
Just,
so do with it as you will.
But but Yago made a good point. So Chakakano slowly opens the door to look inside to see what lunch awaits.
Well, as you look across the room, you can see that it's about 50 feet east to west, 30 feet north-south, and you don't actually see anything, though you hear the skittering, which draws your eyes upwards to several large holes overhead. The sound seems to be coming from within.
That's a nope from me. I said spiders. Shit, I'm good.
Oh my god. Alright, what does Chakakano do? Does he doesn't look like lunch to me, or what is his response?
Well, he's not necessarily put off by it. Just saying, Spiders are good protein.
Are there any other doors inside the room?
You see an archway on the far side, the far west wall, and it goes into a short hallway and something beyond.
Okay. I mean, there's currently
Chakakano
nothing
just
in
kind
here
of
now.
plaintively looks at you guys like, eat?
All right. I say, give me a sec here, Chakakano. Let me see if I can draw him out. So I just kind of, well, we want to see what we're facing. So I just kind of stay, kind of in the doorway, and I launch at one
You launch a what?
firebolt.
Okay, you launch a firebolt up into one of the holes. All right.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll just say you do that because you're not aiming at anything. You're just kind of firing it up there. So you do, and from the hole drops a. Let's see. It's an insectoid creature. 4 legs on the floor give it really good balance. You see on the 2 front has claw-like pinchers, much like a crab, and the mouth has long, like squid-like tentacles coming out of it. The whole thing stands some, let's say, 8 feet tall.
Okay. Chakakano is not in the room, right?
Correct.
Technically, I'm first.
We can close the door. Unless Chakakano thinks that looks good to eat.
Why wouldn't it?
Everything
Fair
looks
point.
good to eat to Chakano.
It's got meat, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has protein content.
It's not wrong.
Well, all right.
So I'm like pretty in the doorway, correct?
Yes, but we just shut the door, so
You just shut the door? Okay.
we did. Yes. So we can discuss this to see whether or not we actually want to go in the room.
I mean, I can spritz it with acid in the face. I got my handy dandy acid sprayer.
Yeah, what's your range?
I don't know. I just made it.
Probably
Just
at like
tinker
10
as we
feet.
go.
Yeah, I'd give you a 10-foot max on that.
Okay.
That's generous, honestly. I was expecting 5. I will
Yeah,
take
but
10.
it's 10 foot, but it arcs, so it can't go 10 feet straight up. But,
Yeah, you
know.
gotta have it like a chem sprayer, you know?
Okay. What's our damage? Would you say on? Probably not much.
Yeah, not much. It's basically an acid spray. Let's see. Let's see what the rule book says. 1d6.
Cool. I'll take that.
And the target has the ability to make a dex saving throw.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, Chakakano there, does that look appetizing enough? Should we move on to another door?
Takakano, I guess, kind of cleans his mandibles and is like, if you decide it is unsafe, we can move. But you should not ask this one if it is appetizing or not.
Fair point there, Chakakano.
I think we can take.
Well, how many other holes? It might not be just the one that we're facing.
Well, I know that.
How many holes would you say did we see in the room?
Oh, let me roll a die. Why not? How about there's 5?
Hmm.
I think we
I
could
don't
do
know.
it.
All right. Okay.
You yourself have many holes. Why do you fear holes?
It's not the holes themselves there, Chakakano. It is the creatures that they may have. If there be 20 creatures all of a sudden drop down on us, we may have a hard time.
I mean, there's billions of microscopic organisms living on you right now.
Yes, but they're not
Indeed.
actively killing me. They're not 8 feet tall, with crab pinchers and tentacles.
Can't argue if they're there. Alright, I'm just gonna super soak them in the face, I get. Well, no, that's not even, like, worth it at that point.
It's a good last ditch thing if they got you in their pinchers and you just go, bad creature, and try and blind them.
Sure.
All right. All right. Well, I shall open the door and I shall fling a firebolt at it to see what happens.
Okay, we'll start with you doing that then.
All right, one firebolt coming up. Ooh, that'd be a nat 20.
Oh, dang. All right.
Let me roll again. That'd be a nat 1. Nat 20
Well-
and now. What the hell? What do you even do with that?
Well, nothing. So you don't worry about it. You just do your regular damage roll.
That sounds good. All right, 2d10 coming up. It's just the way my luck has been going tonight. All right, that'd be 12 fire damage.
All right, you blast it for 12 fire damage. This, effectively causes it to charge at the door towards you. I guess everyone roll initiative.
Hen gets a 5.
And his heart is not in it.
I got a dirty 20.
Of all my luck, Chakakano uses now to also get a natural 20.
All right.
He is hungry.
Yeah.
You have spurned him on.
All right. Well, all right. Well, Chakakano, that one is, I guess, right in front of you. It's charging at you. It's charging at the door. What do you do?
So, is there enough room for him to get out 10 feet away from the party before he enrages?
Oh, yeah, you can just throw yourself through the door at the guy as he's coming towards you and then enrage.
Perfect. That's exactly what Chakakano does.
All right.
So as he gets within striking range, enrages, and then swings for a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And deals 14 slashing, I guess plus the 4
Jeez.
fire. And then
Okay.
hits again. Oh, this is only 17 to hit.
That still hits.
All right. And hits for another 15 slashing.
All right. Nice. Yeah, you did a crap load of damage on that first run. It's like, ow, ow, ow. All right. I guess we go to Yora next.
Okay. I go enter the room and I, sort of engulf the creature with my fieriness. So it takes 1d10 fire damage and catches fire.
Okay.
It's a 3.
All right.
And then I use my 2 touch attacks on it.
Okay.
It's a 20 to hit, a dirty 20
That
for
hits.
the first one.
Yeah, that hits.
So it's 8 fire damage. And then the other one is a 12 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay.
But I do believe. Oh yeah, no, he's just very, very injured. It is his turn, and he immediately starts. Let's see, what is he gonna do? He's got this giant fire thing next to him. I feel like his initial reaction is going to be to, let's say, I know he'll bonus action first and scream, and that screaming causes 4 more similar looking creatures to drop down from the ceiling. And they land in the room around him. And the first thing he's going to do then is use his pincher on Chakakano. Alright, what is that? Ooh, yeah, 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, it does 10 bludgeoning damage. And I guess roll a strength check.
24.
All right, you're fine. And I guess it will use the other pincher because it doesn't know any better on Yora, or try to. Ooh, and I nat 20 that one.
Jesus.
Oh, it was 7, 8, 9, 13. So it does. So it would have been 13. So 26 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and it is attempting to grapple you, which means you're going to burn it.
Yes.
Haha,
let's see.
stupid insect.
So 1d10 of fire damage to it.
Yes, which is how much?
5.
Okay. All right,
This is
and
why-
oh, go ahead.
Say this is why idiot insects are far inferior to the superior thrycreen.
All right, so what I'm going to do, because those guys jumped down, is I'm going to have Hen go next.
Okay. How big is the room?
It is about 50 feet east-west and 30 north-south.
How far away are they?
They are now... So, Chakakano and Yora are about, let's say, 10 to 15 feet into the room, and the rest of them drop down just behind that. So, let's say, 25 feet on average inside.
Cool. I'm going to cast Shatter in the best 10-foot radius sphere I can within the room to just touch the ones that...
Okay, that is going to hit most of them.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a
that's why I
radius
did it.
spell. It's a 12 to cast. Oh wait, actually, you know what? Add 4 to that, make it a 16 to cast.
I mean, that's
Well, yeah, you
successful.
successfully cast it. But it's just, yeah, it's just a success or not. And I need you roll 3d8,
Yes.
and I have to have all of them make Constitution saving throws.
Correct.
Which is what's your
14.
you know what your 15? All right, so Constitution. All right. So that is 14, 14. So that ties. I think that means they save.
They do.
15, that's a save. 9, that's a failure. And then the last one is a 16.
Okay, so
Oh,
11
that's a save. So,
half as much for 4 of them.
all right, we'll say, okay, he takes, the one closest to the middle takes the 11, and then everyone else takes 5.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I believe that might be enough to kill the first one. Yep, it is. So, the one that was pinching Yora, you shattered it.
Cool.
Nice.
And then, as a bonus action, B-Boy will cast Firebolt at one of them. It doesn't really matter which one.
Okay, sure. Make it random. I'll just roll a 1d4. It hits the first one in the line. So, go ahead.
18 to cast / hit. I don't know.
Hits. That hits.
And that is... That's 17 fire damage.
Damn. All right. Yeah, that was a heck of a hit.
And that's my turn.
B-boy, beep up.
All right.
Firebolt's
Well,
no joke.
now these guys are on the ground. All right. So the first one runs up to Chakakano. Since these are all at the bottom of the turn order, I'm just going to run through them. That is an 18 to hit.
It's
All right. So that is 8 bludgeoning damage. And strength save, please. Or just strength check, actually. Sorry.
19.
You're good. 21 to hit on the next attack, and that is 11 bludgeoning damage. One more strength check.
It was 11 bludgeoning.
Yes.
It's an 18 strength check.
Okay, and you're good there. So that's that guy. The next one will run over to Yora because, again, he's a stupid insect, doesn't know any better. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
That is 13 bludgeoning damage. And strength check, please.
All right. That's a 13.
All right, you are grappled by him.
Oh wait, I'm immune to being grappled. It says.
Oh, you are immune to being grappled. Okay, well then
Yeah.
never mind. We can ignore that. So he just tries and fails, and he swings his next one through, and misses. So I need you 2 fire damage rolls for against this guy.
Okay. That's 2 for that guy.
And then one more.
Oh, okay. 5.
Okay. All right. We have 2 more to deal with. Hate how you guys got all stacked up like this. Who else? Let's see. Gago, you're still out of the room.
Oh yeah, it's not a good
As
idea
it-
for me to be in any kind of melee formation because my hit points suck.
All right. Well, we'll just have them. We'll have these do the same. These last 2 do the same thing. We'll just have them charge Chakakano and Yora. So the next one charges Chakakano is a 12 to hit. Pretty
Does
sure that
not
misses. And then he swings again for 14.
Does not hit.
Didn't think so. All right, the other one runs up to Yora. Dang, that's a 10 to hit. And
No.
yep, but 24 on the last one.
That one hits.
Yay! That does 10 bludgeoning damage, and I need some damage back to him.
Okay. And if I'm resistant to bludgeoning damage, what does that? What do I?
That means it's half.
Half. Okay, only
You take
5.
5
Yeah,
instead
like-
of 10.
Okay.
Chakakano, for instance, is always taking half damage from these guys because he's resistant to bludgeoning and piercing.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm rolling for his fire damage then. It's 4, and it was just 1 attack, so just 1 roll, right?
Yep.
Right.
All right, and those guys are done, which means we go to Gago.
All right. So Yora is immune to fire damage. Chakakano, are you just resistant?
Resistant, not immune.
Okay. Well, I don't want to kill you. How far apart are Yora and Chakakano from each other?
Well, remember, we had the protector cannon that healed us all back up before this fight, so Chakakano's in pretty good shape right now.
And also, I have plenty more spell slots at the moment because we took that long rest, so I can do it again.
I just don't want to
Yeah,
kill
from-
Chakakano straight off.
Well, for all you know, Chakakano looks pretty dang healthy.
Okay. All right.
Like, to give you an
Chakakano
idea,
was
he
talking
has about
he might
100
well be
hit points
Jesus.
left.
He's already died and risen again.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
He's Bug Jesus.
Okay, fine. All right. In that case, I will use a 4th level spell. So here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that is successful. That is 21 to cast,
Good lord, very successful.
and then we are doing 96 fire damage.
All right.
That is 39 fire damage.
Good freaking lord. I get a chance to like dodge
Yeah,
or deck save,
Dex
right?
save. Yep, deck save.
Oh, great! I get no bonuses on that. An 11. So
Nope.
one failure, and then a nat 20.
That will save.
Takakano also saves.
A second
good.
failure, and then a critical failure. So one guy is only one saved. He'll take no damage. The others take
39.
full damage.
No,
39.
Well,
So
you shouldn't be if you unless you're resistant, you don't take no damage. You take half damage.
he got a nat 20.
Oh right, yeah, fair.
Yeah. If you nat 20, you somehow magically dodge everything.
So
But
Chakakano
the other
also
guy,
got a stupidly high roll, which I'm sure saves. So
if it's
And then you're resistant on top of that, so I would think
Exactly.
you'd only take a quarter
So-
damage.
no, it would be
Yeah,
like
it'd be-
0.
effectively.
Wouldn't Yeah.
Well, what is it? What's 39 reduced down to twice? So it would go to
Okay, so we
15,
double reduce.
19, and then to 9. So you go down to 9 damage.
All right.
So you took 30 points off of it.
I mean, that's not bad.
No, it's not. But the one guy that crit failed, he just like took it to the face, and you just vaporized him. Yeah, his entire being has left his body, and he has become just a smoking husk.
Okay. Charcoal.
Yeah, so he just poof out of existence. But there are still 3. So Chakakano.
Slashy, slashy, slash.
The healthiest one is still, I think, the one in front of you.
Good, because whoever's closest, essentially. So that's a hit. Like 28 to hit for
Oh, that hits, yeah.
15 slashing. And another 24 to hit for 10 slashing. And then 20 to hit
Yep.
or 10 piercing.
He is dead.
And then there were 2.
See, and you
Yeah,
guys
that
were so
piercing-
worried about this.
All right. Well, Yora, you want to try to take out these others?
Yeah. Are they like next to each other or?
Yeah, they're right up on you.
Oh, okay. So, I kind of inflame and I do my my space damage because they're in my space,
Okay.
and that is 1d10. So 4 damage, I guess, to each of them.
Okay. To each. Yep.
All right, and then I do my touch attacks, one on each of them. So the first one is
Alright.
18 to hit,
That hits.
and that is, oh geez, 15 fire damage.
You very much burn him to a crisp.
The other one is 25 to hit.
Oh, that very much hits.
And that is 7 fire damage.
All right. He is barely alive. Hen.
This is the last one.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over and point blank firebolt it.
All right. You're like, hey.
Finger
I mean,
guns.
it's a cantrip. It's like a 14 to hit.
Oh, and it misses.
Yeah. All right, B-boy. B-boy tries to. Yeah, it's a 16 to hit. That's much better.
Yeah, that. It is better, but it's like it like B-boy comes down to do his thing, and it just kind of glides next to the creature's head.
Well, that's my turn.
Yeah, it looks very confused at you, and it reaches out to grab you since you're right there. now. That is a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
So it does 9 bludgeoning damage and roll a strength check.
18.
Yep, you slip out of its pincher, so it tries to grab you with its other one and misses completely. So Gago.
All right. I shall also. I am not walking up next to it, but I shall also cast Firebolt at.
Okay.
Let's be 16 plus 7. That is a 23 to.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Where is my? Oh, there it is. Okay. 2d10. Here we come. Oh yes, that be 13 fire damage.
That is sufficient. It goes down.
Nice.
So, congratulations, you guys have killed them all, and Chakakano can feast.
And feasting shall begin.
I hope they taste like crab.
That'd probably be the ideal.
You know,
Yeah,
Probably,
not quite.
depending on the seasoning, if you want to cook them, I mean, it'd be pretty tasty.
maybe
Yeah.
they could also be poisonous. You never know.
I'm not going to eat their, like, poison glands. Come on, be reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be like they could be like puff parrot just so it kills you.
They didn't seem to be poisonous.
Oh, you don't know. There's a
Yeah,
random
never-
dungeon master. Who knows?
They never poisoned any of us.
Well, that'd be venomous.
True. Well, in any case, yeah, you guys are triumphant. Well, I think we should end here with Chakakano chowing down on their deceased bodies.
Hooray!
All right. I will set up a pot of water and see if they taste like crab or not.
I like it. All right, so
One of the big old crab claws just dunked in the boiling water.
right on. All right, yeah, you guys make a little camp, you chill out, and yeah, you start cooking them up and have a nice little meal.
Perfect.
All right, well then, perfect. Well, that's our cutscene, and we pick up here next time.
Yippee! I
Excellent.
realized near the very end there that I probably be helpful.
What's that?
What'd be helpful? You cut out.
Yeah, I have an ability that I could be using that basically, literally, like any damage-dealing spell I cast, I can add 1d8 to the damage roll.
Oh,
Like,
then yeah, you
that-
should be using that.
I know, but it's just such a small margin. I literally, here's the thing. As an artificer, like a specialized artificer, I get like a new random like every forget them. There's too many just
Oh.
small little things on my sheet and I forget about them.
I get that. That makes sense.
Yeah. Especially once you start like making artifacts, like my homunculus is something I have to keep track of. My other random abilities, my other random items that I create. Like I lose track of things. So yeah, I can be using my arcane firearm, which I'm already using spellcasting focus because when given the opportunity to have a spellcasting, take it. I can also be adding 1d8 to all my damage dealing spell rolls. So yeah, I just kind of forgot about that part.
Nice. So does that work with your force cannon?
No, here's the thing. The force cannon is weird. It's not described well enough in the book. I don't know whether it counts as a spell or a like item or magic. And you use a spell slot to like use it, but it's not really a spell, but it doesn't get any other bonuses, and it's weird. The canon is very weird.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.